Good morning, everybody. This is Pastor Bob with Surfing the Word Ministries. And if you'd like to hear other teachings, go to Surfing the Word on YouTube, and we have several teachings there for you. Today, I'm going to talk about the word love. Over the years, I've been a Christian a long time. I've taught Corinthians 13 many times, but it can never get old because even though I'm older, I can read it, and we still need it because it'll tend to drift away from you. And I was reading a book the other day, and it had the top chapters in the whole Bible. It had 14 chapters. And one of the chapters was 1 Corinthians 13. And one thing about the word, faith comes by hearing the word and hearing. So it's always good again, no matter how long you've been a Christian. I've had a guy one day, I read the book. Well, it didn't stick. You got to keep reading it because that's how your faith comes and comes and comes. So today we're going to just do a quick review of Corinthians 13, if it's one of the most important chapters. Well, it better be. If you ain't love, you ain't nothing. So let's take a look in Corinthians 13. And it starts off, although I speak with tongues of men and of angels, and it says, if I have not love, I'm nothing. I'm nothing if I don't have love. All I am is a sounding brass and a clanging cymbal. So he's saying you got to have love. If you don't have love, it's the most important thing because Jesus is love. God is love. For God so loved the world, and we're to carry that God love in us wherever we go. And once you're born again, it's called agape love, and God's love starts flowing through you and starts helping you to love people that you didn't used to love before. And let that agape. And years ago, we worked on the streets with Salvation Army, and God told me one day, he says, if you can't love them, don't go down there. Don't go if you can't love them. Because you can go down and do all the charitable things, give them this and that. But he says, if you cannot love people, and if you cannot love them on the streets, do not go. Because they can feel it. They can feel it. So one thing about in 1 Corinthians 13, one of the most important chapters in the Bible, and you drop down into verse 4, it says, love suffers long, love is kind, love does not envy, love does not parade itself, it's not puffed up, it does not behave rudely, it does not seek its own, does not provoke, love does not even think evil. Love does not rejoice in sin, but it always rejoices in truth. It says love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things. Wow, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Y'all got that one down? So I'm going to chew these real quick with you. And the first one, basically, there's 17 looks of love in here. And the first 7 parts of the love in the love chapter is a positive fact. It's positive. And then the 7 positive facts, and then from there, then there's 9 negative ways. So there's 7 ways I want you to do this, and then the other 9 ways I don't want you to do this. So that's funny in love, do this, but he says if you're going to love, don't do this. So we'll go quickly down through the first 7 positives of love. And the first one is love. Love is patient. Love is patient. And what is love? I wrote some notes down here. It's not being easily provoked. Not easily being provoked. And it says with love, there's no anger. You don't get irritated easy. And I also wrote, love is not in a hurry. Love is not in a hurry. So being patient, love is patient towards all people. All kinds of people. So part of love is just loving people, being patient with them, slow to anger, no irritation. Don't be no hurry. So it's very patient. So love is patient. Number 2 is kind. Kind. So I looked up in the dictionary, kind. What does kind mean? If you have love, Jesus is right here. I want you to be kind. Kind, I looked in the dictionary, said, is being tender-hearted, being compassionate, being gentle, being sweet. Everybody say sweet.
Sweet.
God loves sweet Christians, full of love, sweet. And then I looked it up, it says causes no trouble. So Jesus in his love on an outward, I call it being a verb, is being tenderhearted, compassionate, being gentle, being sweet to people, and cause no trouble. And then number 3, it says in the positive part, he says, I want you to always rejoice in truth. Rejoice in truth. Well, what does that mean? I wrote down, it's the gospel of truth. You believe God's word. You love God's word. You rejoice in it. That is the truth. So God is true. God's love in this is for you. It's a love for the word. And God's word, you read it and it makes you happy. It makes you happy. So this is the truth. Yummo. So number 4, in the positive part of love, bears all things. Boy, that's a mouthful, isn't it? Bears all things. Bears all things. What does that mean, bear all things? That means I'm to have a love. I looked up in the dictionary, is to endure. Endure. Endure without caving in. Everybody say endure.
Endure.
Without caving in.
Without caving in.
Oh, I think about watching the news today. The world's distressed, and you see all this distress. You see the news going on, and we're to bear it. We're to bear it. Hold fast. And that word hold fast, to love, means grab a rope and hold on and don't let go. I'm to bear his love. Even though it looks junky on TV, I'm to hold that rope of love. I'm to bear it. I'm to bear it. I'm going to hold on to Jesus through this whole thing. Through all distress, we're to hold fast. And another thing I put down, one thing about bearing all things, sometimes you just got to keep your mouth shut. You just got to keep your mouth shut. Sometimes you've been hurt and things, this and that, and you just got to suck it up and keep your mouth shut. Well, you don't know what they did to me, and blah, 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 blah. Sometimes you just got to keep your mouth shut and suck it up. Bear all things. Bear all. I would zip your lips. And so we go from number 4 to number 5. One of the positive things in number 5 is believe all things. Believe all things. So what does that mean? Believe all things. Now we're talking about love. You know what that means? Believe the best in everyone. Anybody know any people that look kind of yucko? There's good stuff in them somewhere. There's good stuff in there. Believe all things. Oh God, I can go. Jesus, I can go so many directions there. You know, I've had grandkids and kids and say I just go, oh, believe there's something good in them. So when you see another person, they might look kind of crappy to you. There's something in there that's good. So I believe in all things. I believe they're going to make it. I have so much love for people. They look yuck on the out, but there's a golden apple in there. So I believe in all things. And I credit no evil of any kind to a person. Now, if you think evil of somebody, I wrote down, there better be lots and lots of positive evidence. I know people in my life that are really yucko, but it has to be positive evidence. Positive. And so, but when you see somebody, believe the best in them. Believe the best in them. Hey, you got all that? And number 6 is hope all things. Hope all things is number 6. In other words, hope all things kind of goes along with believing all things. Look at them and say, there's something good in there. There's good in there. And sometimes people just, they're no good, write them off. But when there's a hope, it's a strong belief of restoration. Strong belief of restoration. Boy, this makes the love really expand out, doesn't it? That can be restored. It don't look good on the outside right now. I've had people in my life that look really junky, but now I look back at my life that God brought them along. So we need a hope. And number 7 is the last one on the positive. It says love endures all things. Love endures all things. Do you know what that means? I wrote down, no matter what happens in life, love will never give up. Everybody say, love will never give up. Oh, I got some of my kids and grandkids that drove me crazy over the years. I just want to say, get out of my life. But you can't, because endures all things part of love is I'll never give up on them. I'll never give up on them. I'll never give up. Okay, that's the first 7 of the positive. Now we're going to go into 9 negatives of love. And I'll try to get through this quickly. The first one of the 9 I call it love, how love does not behave. Okay. Number 1, love does not envy. Does not envy. What does that mean? Boy, look at all the money they got. I wish I had their money. I wish I had their new car. Oh, if I only had their house and their job. you don't envy. So love does not envy what somebody else has. Number 2, love does not parade itself. What does that mean? Parade itself. Oh, look at me, I'm Mr. Wonderful. Look how great I am. Oh boy, I'm just the greatest in the whole world. I. That's I. I heard a preacher one day and he used the word I think 40 times in like 15 minutes. I. In true love, there ain't no I. It's you. It's you. And then number 3 is love is not puffed up. Not puffed up. Love not puffed up. It's me. It's all about me. That ain't love. That is loving you. But we're to love other people. Love is not puffed up. So it's not all about me. Okay, that's part of another negative about love. And then number 4, love is not rude. Everybody say rude.
Rude.
That's a hard word, isn't it? Rude. If you're going to be a lover for Jesus, you're not rude. I wrote down, always have good manners. Always have good manners. And rude is not to be blunt. I get trapped in all this stuff. That's why it's good to hear it again, even though I've been a Christian a long time. So love always has good manners. And I also wrote, oh boy, slap my face. Love is not snippy. Love is not snippy. Everybody say snippy.
Snippy.
Anybody ever be snippy?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, help me. So love is not rude. Love is not snippy. Love is not blunt. Always respectful. And love is never nasty. Everybody say love?
Love.
Never nasty.
It's never nasty.
Rude. Say rude.
Rude.
Selfish.
Selfish.
Oh, Jesus. Snippy. Oh, thanks. Help me, Jesus. All right, let's go to the next one. Number 5 is not self-serving. Back again. Love is not self-serving. Love is not selfish. We are to live for the good of others, not for the good of you. Always be looking around. How can I love them? How can I help them? Love is always seeking the welfare of others, not about me. How can I help somebody today? Look around. So self-serving is not selfish. Always look for the welfare of others instead of what's in it for me. It's not that. Because love is the enemy of selfishness. Number 6. These are all no-nos of love. Love is not provoked. If you walk in love, that means you're not easily irritated. You're not easily bitter. You don't get angry easy. Because when you walk in love, a lot of that stuff, you just got to let it slide off. Everybody say, slide off. Slide off, boy. Slide off. And because I wrote down love as your defender. Number 7, love thinks no evil. Thinks no evil. So I wrote down, his heart is so full of God, the thought of evil just bounces off. You don't think no evil. Oh, no. You're so full of love, evil just bounces off of you. Bounces off. Think no evil. Number 8, love does not rejoice in sin. I knew they were dirty dogs, and I know that God is going to get them. So in love does not rejoice in sin. Got him, I knew it. Do you ever have thoughts go through your head? Oh, Jesus, help me. We only rejoice in God's truth. Always in God's truth. Number 9 is the last one. Love never fails. Everybody say it.
Love never fails.
Say it again. Love never
never
fails.
fails.
Repeat this after me. It's permanent.
It's permanent.
It lasts forever.
It lasts forever.
It's perpetual.
Perpetual.
It's going to go on and on
It's going to go on and on.
and never stop.
Never stop.
There's no law against love.
There's no law against love.
It's a magnetic force that draws people to you.
Wow.
Love. It's a magnetic force, and nobody can stop it. I can love you and call me a dirty dog. My mother wears combat boots. And I try to say, I love you. I love you. It's a force of love that cannot be stopped. Cannot be stopped. God bless you today. That was a mouthful that I just give you on Corinthians 13. Have a good day.